Yes. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this NET GSET lecture series organized by Alumni Association of Department of English, Maharaja Krishna Kumar Siji, Bhavnagar University. Today we have with us Miss Seema Rathod as a resource person. So here we welcome you, ma'am, and I am happy to introduce you. She is currently working as an assistant professor of English at Nankorba Mahila College, Devrajnagar, Bhavnagar. And also she had cracked GSET exam in the year 2023, and currently she is pursuing her PhD from the Pandit Dindayal Energy University, Gandhinagar, and her interest of areas, we can say gender studies, post-colonial literature, film studies, etc. And Madam also completed her bachelor degree from the Saurashtra University and master degree from the same department. So also we can say the inspiration for us. Okay. So now, ma'am, again we welcome you and over to you. Thank you, ma'am. Please. Thank you.
Most of you know me. Is it correct?
Yes.
So first of all, thank you so much, all of you. And I was so excited that okay, 2 years back, every picture was coming in my mind. And I came across the news that okay, I'm going to be in Department of English. I still remember I was telling my colleague that whenever this kind of session used to happen, I used to sit there. I used to arrange everything, and I used to think that when will I do it? When will I be there, right? And the time has come. Thanks to Dr. Dev sir, and thanks to myself also. Of course, I work hard, no? Right? Always believe in self-love. You have to appreciate yourselves first, right? So, you guys know me. I'm Seema Rathod, right? Some of my past students are here, right? Yes, hello Asha. Right, so without taking much time, let me stick to the point why I am here. So, my teaching technique is different. First, I'll ask you some questions, right? So, who will tell me what is English?
Language.
Language. Anyone else? What is English according to you? What do you understand by the word English? What comes in your mind whenever you come across this word English? Thinking. Foreign country. Yes. Anyone else? Anything else? Anyone?
Taste. Taste.
Yes, you can.
People live to England, that is also called English.
English, yes, pretty amazing. Anyone else? Yes, please. You have something to say? Okay. English is nothing. At the same time, English is everything. Right? So today I'm going to talk about English in India, history, evolution, and futures. Futures. Look at the word, futures. Right? The word itself suggests that we have a long way to go. The colonial roots are so deep that we cannot escape from that. But rather than fighting with it, we have to just use it, just the way they used us. Right? So first I will talking about GSET. Right? How many students from semester 3 are sitting here? I hope you guys have applied for GSET. How many of you applied for it? Pretty amazing. Do this thing. This is called self-appreciation. We have to do it. Good. Semester 1 students? Okay. You guys wanna go for that, or you guys wanna go for that? How many of you want to appear in GSET? And should be like this. It's like 50-50 for me. Right. Good. Right. So, can someone please tell me the full form of GSET? Syllabus. How many of you are familiar with the syllabus? Most of the people. I hope you guys are aware about the online quizzes and online platforms and everything. How many of you are every day appearing for all these quizzes? Not a single person? Do it. You can call me narcissist, right? I do have narcissist personality and I really like to show off my achievements. So while GSET examination was happening, it was the Diwali time. So during that time, I wanted to go for paragliding. For that, I went to Rajasthan Colonial. So whenever I used to get time, I used to appear for Kalyani Vallad's online quizzes only. I guess GSET examination was only one day away, and at midnight, I reached at Bhavnagar. In the morning at 9, I just wear whatever I found, and I just went for GSET examination, and right now I'm here. Right? So there is, no big thing about it. It's up to you, right? How well you are using your time. Now let's come to the point. What is the history of English in India? English is lingua franca. What is lingua franca? Anyone knows?
It is developed by communication between two, yes, two different languages.
Anyone else? See, I do have that habit of interactive discussion. I don't like I always speak and you guys just listen. It's kind of boring. It's kind of injustice towards me. Lingua franca. Lingua franca means a language who is accepted by so many nations, so many people. In simple words, a common language. Right? You guys know that whenever you buy something, if it's a big thing, Apple iPhone or that phone which is there in that local markets, everything is written in English. So English became a bridge language, which is also easy. Right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, nothing else. Right? No Raswai Dirgai, no two Midas, no one Mida. Right? Nothing. S-I-M-A, that is also good. S-E-E-M-A, that is also correct. Right? D-I-Y-A, D-I is also correct. P-R-I-Y-A, Priya is also correct. P-R-E-E-Y, that is also correct. So that's the best part about English. So rather than fighting with English, we are supposed to be befriended with English. Be friends with English. Right? Because English is the simplest language in the world. And that's why they ruled over us. Right? So, in 1946, English is considered as one of the 6 official languages by UNO, along with Chinese, French, Arabic, Spanish, and Russian. Right? Why not Gujarati then? That you guys have to think, because you guys are the future of India. Why not Tamil? Why not Telugu? Right? Why not Gujarati? Why not Hindi? Why not Sanskrit? Hey, that we have to think. Right? I'm 29 now, but you have to think. My time has gone. The Indian British encounter. Right? Can someone please tell me the correct date on which day and that and year the Britishers came to India? 1603, but January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, during Diwali, during Navratri. Right. The moment they stepped into the land of India, English language started in India. The moment they stepped into India. So these are the basic things. I'm just pointing out the important things. Then what they did, obviously they did trade and commerce in 17th century. First, what they did a reti of India. That's how many people are having disputes, right? Cold War. Between how many people they are having Cold War. Okay, these two are having Cold War. Okay, let's go there. Oh, she was talking these things about you. He was talking these things about you. Then what they did? Divide and rule. Right? And because of that, we are studying English language, not Sanskrit, not Hindi, not Gujarati even. Right? Indian writing English we are studying. Right? Chetan Bhagat, Arvind Adiga, Kamla Das, Salman Rushdie, all these people. These are the main points which you have to understand. That's why I have embedded the pictures, appropriate pictures, so that graphics, makes a big difference. Writings about social reforms, right? Sati Pratha, then Dikri Doodh Piti, right? All these things, and then education, women education, all these things started. Right? Can someone please name 1 or 3 people which are there in this, image? Raja Rammohn Roy, Swami Vivekananda, Dayanand Saraswati. Very good. Ambedkar, good. Very good. Yes, anyone else? Can you spot Vinoba Bhave? Then? Good. It is just to, wake you up. Look at the picture. When the English language officially put its steps into our lives, right? Introduction of Western education in India, Charter Act of 1830, Lord Macaulay's Minute on Indian Education in 1835. People always make a mistake, right? On Macaulay and Charter Act. Both are different things. Charter Act was an idea that, okay, what if we will do something like this, right? What if we introduce English language in Indian education system? It was only a thought, right? Then it was Macaulay who will be like, okay, let me do it, right? Just the same way Bharat is doing, right? Something new is, let me do it. Right? We were discussing that, no, always, right? No one can stop him. So if you see the picture, right? I tried my best to, make it as interesting as I can. So history of education system, right? This was our real education system, right? Can someone please name it? What we used to call it? Our ancient, yes, ashram. Ashram, Shala, Gurukula, right? From that, we jumped into classrooms, right? Convent system, right? Still so many convents are there, right? So understood this point? Okay. Now, some important figures. First one is Thomas Bannington Macaulay, right? Do you guys know anything about him, Macaulay? Some kind of, facts. Yes, someone please.
To say that we want the people who is blood, having the Indian blood, but having the English test.
Yes, right. And that was the reason why they ruled over us. Right. Still, we are fascinated about English things. Just imagine if I come here and I just speak in proper Kathiawadi, you will accept me. Even if I come in BMW. Right. If I come here and say that, you'll accept me? No. Not at all. Right? Not at all. Rather than I just say that, oh, I'm pleased to meet you all, this is my alma mater, right? You will be fascinated by it. Right? So, Thomas Bannington Macaulay, he inaugurated a national system of education, Western in outlook, and as president of a commission on Indian jurisprudence, he drafted a penal code that later became the basis of Indian criminal law. Now, how you can remember all these things? Thomas Bannington Macaulay. What he did? Indian Penal Code and education system. As simple as that. That's how you can understand and remember everything. So, while you are preparing, right? While you are preparing for GSET, you have to find your own ways of studying. It's not like, okay, I just participated in online quizzes, right? So it is my energy, it is my thing, right? It is my mind which can do it. We don't have similar minds, right? You might have your own strategies. You might have your own strategies. So many people will be having different kind of strategies. So this kind of strategies you have to figure out on your own. I still remember, if some kind of, this happens, any technical issue happen, we used to go to sir. And so these things are happening. What we are supposed to? I was watching that. No, okay, this is not working. Let's work in that. If it's not working, let's work in that. So my point is, you have so many resources, right? So use those resources. Understood? Thomas Bennington Macaulay. Only two things you have to remember. What he did.
Education system.
Second thing.
Minutes of that.
See, you guys can write the information. As simple as that. Lord William Banting, another prominent character in Indian writing in English. The first Governor General of India, Lord William Banting, died on 17 June 1839 in Paris. He is most remembered for his abolition of sati in British India. Right? So understood? Second thing about Lord William Banting. Second person is Lord William Banting. What he did? Abolition of sati pratha. As simple as that. Right? Easy to understand, easy to remember. See, you guys can do it. Now, a revolutionary step. Look at the marketing strategies of English people, British people. What they did. In 1797, a person named John Miller, the gentleman is there, right? He published a book, The Tutor. What was that in Tutor? In Tutor, what they did, they selected a group of people who were Indians, but who were fascinated by English language. So what they did, they published a book named Tutor in Bengali. They published a book named Tutor, which was there in Bengali language to teach them English language. To teach them English language, he introduced this book. See the marketing strategy. We have to learn them, something from them. Right, and it become very beneficial. Right, let's say that we are going somewhere. If we are going Rajasthan, or if we are going London or France or anywhere else, right, outside of India or outside of Gujarat, right? If we will get khichdi there, we will be fascinated. We will be like, wow, in France we had khichdi, right? So it's like this. They in Bengali language, they served English dish.
Yes.
And we were put by this. Then we started learning English. Right? Understood this point? In 1797, what happened? Tutor was published. Who was the writer? John Miller. What was the marketing strategy? What was, yes. The book was in Bengali language. Why? What was the purpose of that book? To teach English language to Bengali people, right? So that they feel comfortable. Now another prominent thing happened. The first English newspaper in Hickey's Bengal Gazette, right? In ancient time, they had gazettes, right? Right now we are having Gujarat Samachar, Divya Bhaskar, Full Chap, and all these things, right? During that era, gazettes were something else. It was like having a very prominent book in their hand. It was a newspaper only, right? But they created that hype. Let's see what was there. In 1780, 29 January, location was Calcutta, formerly Calcutta, the capital of British India. Founder of Hickey's Bengal Gazette was James Augustus Hickey. He was an Irishman. Other names of that gazette was Bengal Gazette or Calcutta General Advertiser, and duration of that gazette was 2 years. Right? It started in 1780. It ended in 1782. So how will you remember these facts? How will you remember these facts? Come on, tell me.
Like as I said, for 2 years.
Bengal Gazette for 2 years.
8 wait.
Who was the publisher?
James Officer.
James Augustus.
JAH. By this you will be able to understand or remember JAH. Right? J for James, A for Augustus, H for E. As simple as that. See, this way you have to create your own study style. Then and then you will be able to crack these examinations. Otherwise, if you will watch Safin Hassan's video or Colonial video or Kiran Bedi's video, you will never be able to crack any exam. No, because she is Kiran Bedi. Right? What's your name?
Yes, sir.
You are Yashra. So there is a difference between Kiran Bedi and Yashra. Kiran Bedi cannot be Yashra, and Yashra cannot be Kiran Bedi. That we have to understand first, right? I can understand that. When I came, you guys were in that lecture, so I have decided to go like this, right? And my every class is a stand-up comedy class. Now, let's see. After that, what happened? English in colonial India. By the time we were colonized, right? By that time we were completely colonized. Our roots were distorted. We were destroyed. English first appeared in India with the establishment of East India Company in the early 17th century. The English language gained prominence as a medium of administration and governance, which is still there. Our Indian Penal Code, our education system, right? That's why we needed our new education policy 2020, right? All these things are there. We don't have it. Train. Who gifted us the train? Who gifted us post? It's not us. Our police corps, army, navy, air force. These are the gifts by Britishers, right? The introduction of English education through institutions like the Hindu College and the Fort William colleges, right? The Hindu colleges and the Fort William colleges are completely gone, right? They are not working that much. Despite its colonial roots, English became a tool for anti-colonial movement used by leaders like Mahatma Gandhi and Rabindranath Tagore, right? We had some Khopri people in our India. That's why we are able to. That's why we are able to sit here. That's why we are able to sit here. Otherwise, right? Instead of Barar sir, a Gora person will be there, right? Instead of Barar sir, a Gora person will be there, no? Instead of our vice chancellor, some Gori man will be there, who will be ruling over us, right? And I will not here. I'll be there with you, right? Because no Indians were allowed in any administrative services, right? We had to go to them, right? So understood these things. In 17th century, East India Company happened. Because of East India Company, what happened? Education, English education happened, right? And there were some people like Mahatma Gandhi and Tagore, right, who used English against them. Simple things about colonialism, right? In India, what three things happened? Understood everyone, or you guys are right? English in India after independence. English as a remnant of colonialism, yet a vital tool for nation building. Because if you want to communicate with any other person, you have to communicate with that person in English only, right? Because sun never sets on British Empire, right? After that, who were Indians? Their roots were Indian. They were living in India, but they were writing in English, which is necessary. Right? Just imagine that a person is speaking in English or Japanese or in Russian, and we are speaking in Gujarati. Right? Can we communicate like this? Is it possible? No. Just go to somewhere else and just speak in Gujarati. Go to Rajasthan, go to Maharashtra and speak in Gujarati. Right? They'll be like, what are you speaking? Right? You will be speaking Gujarati, they will be speaking in Marathi. But if you speak in English, right? That's why it is lingua franca. Right? See, I'm giving you examples also. I'm trying my best to make you understand each and everything. Still, if you face any issues, feel free to talk to me. I'll share my contact details with all of you. Then English is a marker of social status and privilege, right? That you guys know that if someone is speaking English, that person is high class person and privileged also, right? But it is not like this. Nowadays, it's not like this. During ancient time, it was like this. Right? That okay, Andini Nagri Gandu Raja, right? Twinkle, twinkle, little, little. It was like this. Right, I hope you heard that story, that Gujarati story. No? Please search it out. Tension. Tension between English and regional languages in education and governance, which is still going on. Right? Kannada thing is happening that, Kannada is important, then we say Gujarati is important. See, it will not work like this. We have to understand that English is our bridge language. Right? We cannot completely come out from the shackle of English language, and no need to. Right? English is making our lives very easy. We have to understand that we are not supposed to do such kind of things that if we will not speak in English, right? We will not speak in English. We will stay true to our roots. No need to do it. You have to be global, right? If you will be global, then you can survive. Otherwise, you will be let away. That whatever it is, right? See this picture. I tried my best to make you understand about the importance of English, right? You can see that there is one man. He is dressed in Indian attire, right? Dhoti kurta means Indian attire, right? But see, he is carrying a book, right? He is looking well versed. Look at the building, right? So it is like this only. You cannot completely change English language. You cannot completely banish English language. You have to balance between your regional language, right, your mother tongue and English. It's not like I will only follow my mother tongue or my regional, whatever the language is. You have to balance between both. And then you will be able to survive. Okay, then what happened? Then evolution happened in English language in India. Indian English has developed its own phonetic, lexical and grammatical features influenced by local languages and cultures, right? The same way nowadays we are using the language. I am jabbing, I am having, right? Just a moment. We have Bhuj English, right? Then some English. I was talking to you and I really sorry, I was not able to come to you. In Gujarati, we are, right? In Gujarati, we are, I wanted to come, but I was not able to come. What is this? This is our own versions of English that we are doing. These are our own versions, but at least we are doing. That is a good thing. At least we are doing, right? English is widely spoken among the youth and it's prevailed in social media, fashion and entertainment, further embedding in Indian society, right? Everything news channels, right? You guys are using phones, right? If you see a person, if anyone's mom is working or anything, anyone's mom is working or anything. Okay, so they are housemakers, all are housemakers, right? Housemakers. There is no word like housewife. If there is a word housewife, we need a word housewife. As simple as that. As simple as that. Right? So, gender equality. Like shift is in the word. Right? Because it is gender bias. Right? You guys don't know, sir will talk about it during queer theory. Right? So, the thing is that you are supposed to be doing it properly. Right? You cannot abolish it. If you guys are using phones, right? Look at your language. You guys are speaking proper Gujarati. શું ટાઈમ થયો? શું ટાઈમ થયો? હું તને પિકઅપ કરવા આવીશ. કોલ ઉપાડ. Right? So it is part of our life. Right? Every day we are using, indirectly we are using, right? Our moms are using phones. They be like, may YouTube me link mokli છે. Even they are using English language. Right? So this was about evolution of English in India. Now, what is the future of English? Right? Do you speak English? Each and every person will ask. If you go somewhere out of India, right? Let's go to China. Let's go to China. Okay, she is making face. Okay, let's go to France. So in France, what is the mother tongue or the official language of France? What is the mother tongue of France? French. Do you guys know French? Which language you require? English. If you are Gujarati, you are going to Saudi Arabia or somewhere. What is the mother tongue of Saudi Arabia? Arabic. Do you know Urdu? Arabic. Which language you require? English. You are buying something. Each and everything is written in. Right. This keyboard is here. Everything is written. Kakhoga is there. Kakhoga is there. Just try to put Kakhoga here. Just try to put Kakhoga here. That whatever you are buying, a simple thing, a little thing, or a bigger thing, right? Everything is there in English language. Look at our phones, WhatsApp, right? We can change our language in that, right? But mostly it's in English, right? So English is part of our lives, and it will still remain the part of our lives. If someone comes to you and says that, okay, let's speak in Gujarati only, you can't do. Right? You just have to slap that person. Right? And you have to tell that person that, okay, you will be there with me if I go to France. Right? If I go to Italy, you will be there with me. You want me to speak in Gujarati, who will understand me there? So that's why you require English. Right? And English, I'm telling you this again and again and again, and I will tell it again and again and again till my last breath, that we cannot banish English from our lives. It is our lifestyle. Rather than going against it, you are supposed to accept it. Right? The more you accept something, the more it becomes easier. Right? If you go against it, then difficulty will happen. Right? Understood this point? Okay. Let me take you to Indian English literature. There is a poster of a book by Dr. Rajkumar. Just take a look at that picture and tell me how many people you guys know from this picture. A.K. Ramanujan, Anita Desai, good. Ian Desai, there. Okay. George Orwell. Yes. Okay, semester 1 students are like this only. Neeraj Chaudhary, pretty amazing. Very good. Very good. 2 ones, yes please. Do this. Good. Good. Yes. Charity begins from home. Always believe in self-appreciation. So Indian English literature. Indian English literature refers to literary works created by Indian authors in the English language, reflecting India's diverse culture, various genres including novels, poetry, plays, and showcases themes of identity, colonialism, and contemporary life in India. What is the purpose of Indian English literature? It portrays colonialism, it portrays cultural diversity, right? And third thing, contemporary Indian life, right? See, I just pointed out three important things that you have to remember from it. How many of you are using Gemini and ChatGPT and everything? You can use, right? Whenever I feel like, I have to be being sarcastic in the group, if someone is not coming or they are not doing proper work, I just go to ChatGPT. I just type a message that, okay, dear folks and all these things. I use that kind of Gen Z words, right? And then I tell ChatGPT that convert this message to be sarcastic. And I put that message in the group. and it hurts them like hell. Right, next day, very good result. Right, so my point is you have so many, privileges with you. Right, and I always tell that all these things, especially your phone, is the most dangerous weapon ever. Use it as much as you can. Go to ChatGPT. Tell ChatGPT that prepare important notes on Nizam skill, on Kamala Das, right? Or any particular work of any particular person, and it will help you to do it. Right? As simple as that. So you have to do it. Right? Don't just, take pictures and all these things. Do this also. Balance. Right? Life is all about balance. Whenever we talk about Indian writing in English, this person pops up. Right? Rabindranath Tagore. Right? Why he was famous? Gitanjali, yes. Then
Nobel Prize, first person to win Nobel Prize from India.
anything else? Yes, anything else? Anything else? Anything else? See, it is Rabindranath Tagore. First Nobel laureate. First Nobel laureate. First Nobel laureate. Which year? 1930. Second important point about Rabindranath Tagore, right? Famous for Gitanjali, right? What was the best part about Tagore? He was a poet, novelist, composer, painter, right? Four things understood, right? Then you also participated in Indian independence movement. We played a very vital role in that, right? And it was quite, the relationship between him and Mahatma Gandhi was quite, kind of Tom and Jerry, right? Understood? These things about Rabindranath Tagore, simple, clear. Will you be able to remember it? Beginning. Then this prominent lady, Sarojini Naidu. Right? What is the best part about Sarojini Naidu? Nightingale of India. 1 point. Right? 1 point. What she was doing? What was her profession?
She was poet.
She was a poet. There is no term as poetess. All are poets. All are novelists. Right? There is no gender in that. Right? Nightingale of India, Sarojini Naidu. Right? Born in Hyderabad. These are not that much important things. Right? You are supposed to be focused on her writing style. How many works, major works, minor works, and some things about her works. As simple as that. And the most important facts about her personal life. Right? Let's say that, he is a key figure in the Indian independence movement. And she was also a first woman governor of Uttar Pradesh. That is a fact that you have to create. So I just created when I was preparing the presentation. I didn't prepare the presentation as a resource person. I prepared the presentation as a senior student. Right? So this is how you are supposed to remember each and everything. No need to write paragraphs. No, not at all. Right? Just point out the important things and create the points on your own. Right? Create infographics, use images, right? Gemini and then AI, they are helping you to create images also. You can create image also. Posters in Canva you can create. You can learn through posters also. I guess you guys had a session on that also. Right? How to create poster, education related poster. So you have to prepare like this. Just leave that traditional method of having that thick books with you and every day just noting down everything. No, create a different environment. Always try to think out of the box. Right? It was Kiran Bedi who thought out of the box. That's why she is Kiran Bedi now. Safin Hassan. Right? It's not like she was the only candidate in her batch. Right? But why she is the only one who is recognized by each and every person? Why only Safin Hassan? Why only Rashini Rani Lakshmi Bai? Why only Dilip Bar? Right? Some specific things are there. Some specific characteristics they are having. So you have to create your own specific characteristics. For that, you have to study yourself first. Right? Then and then you will be able to do it. Okay, then R.K. Narayana. Why R.K. Narayana is famous?
He was the first one who got this Sahitya Academy.
No.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course, for his Swami and friends.
Swami and Friends, Malgudi Days and the Guide. As simple as that. Right? Swami and Friends, it's an account of a little boy who is having everyday adventures. Right? Then he is very much famous for Malgudi Days. Malgudi, a fictional town. Look at the madness he was having. In each and every work, he used to have that particular village named Malgudi. Right? And he became famous. So these things about R.K. Narayana, right? Fictional town Malgudi, such as Swami and Friends, The Guide, and other works are also there, right? I have included only major works, not minor works. Sometimes it may happen that a Khopri person will be there who is preparing your papers, and he or she will ask some kind of pertinent questions from the minor works. Right? Otherwise, always be focused on major works. See, I'm telling you that always be more focused on major works. I'm not telling you that, don't give a damn about minor works, always focus on major works. Right? Okay, Mulk Raj Anand. Have you studied any work of Mulk Raj Anand? Not a single thing. In bachelor's also? No? In bachelor's, you guys didn't study Mulk Raj Anand? Okay. He is a pioneering novelist. His works like Untouchable and Coolie focuses on social issues and the plight of the lower caste. Right? He was all about this. He was different from Rabindranath Tagore, right? Sarojini Naidu, Arundhati Roy, Nizam Isgil. He was majorly focused on the caste system. Right? About the subalterns. Right? And the most prominent works of Mulk Raj Anand are Untouchable and Coolie. Right? Now you got the important points. Now what you are supposed to do? You are supposed to create your own magical class notes, study notes on all these things. Just the way I did. Ismat Chughtani. Right? She is prominent Urdu writer who also writes in English. Right? Mostly she writes in Urdu. Right? Sometimes she writes in English, but her writings are very hard hitting. Right? A man cannot stand her writing. She is a ardent feminist, known for her bold narratives about women's issues. You can call her a feminist writer of that era, right? Okay, Salman Rushdie. Midnight Student. I hope you guys have studied. Watch the movie.
Yes.
What happened to him last year? Anyone knows?
Yeah, what happened?
He was attacked and he lost his eye. He became Meena Kandaswamy's one eye. Right? He became Meena Kandaswamy's one eye. Why? What was the reason? You know the reason
Of this satanic verse.
satanic verses. Right? Which is true. Right? So you have to remember Salman Rushdie by two things. Right? First one is Minash children, second one is satanic verses. Right? And his controversial writing style. It is not controversial, it is bit bold. Right? He is bold. Whatever he feels, he writes. Right? And he'll be like, okay, I'm a writer, this is my job. Right? So understood Salman Rushdie. Only always remember that no need to go with so much information. You have to just figure out what are the important things and you have to prepare those things only. Right? Your main focus should be on major points. Right? But that doesn't mean once again you completely avoid the minor points. Okay. Arundhati Roy. You studied Arundhati Roy? Which one? The God of Small Things. Why she is famous?
She is a boldly leftist.
Yes.
She writes back to the whatever the political party.
Political party is saying. Right. Another thing, why she was famous?
She's activist.
Activist also, writer also, activist also. What happened? What she achieved? Booker Prize. Don't worry, I'll ask simple questions also. Life is not for how the guy is looking at me. Please don't. Please be able. Whenever Arundhati Roy appears, you are supposed to remember the first thing about her, which is God of Small Things. Why was it won Man Booker Prize? In which year? 1997. That's it. No more things. Right? But you have to find the other prominent works. I just take that one. Vikram Seth. Studied any other novel? He's quite interesting personality in Indian writing English. He is highly acclaimed for his poetry and novels, including A Suitable Boy, one of the longest novels published in English. Right? Movie is also available there. Whenever you get time, you are supposed to watch the movies, watch the videos. It is not like, once again, it is not only sticking to one study material only. Go for quizzes, go for blogs, go for PPTs, go for videos, go for quizzes, right? Create a group even. Right? I still remember when I was a junior here, my seniors had a group for all the MCQs. They had a group. For GSET MCQs, they had a group. They used to, every day, they used to talk about it. Whenever they used to get time, they used to talk about it. They used to even Kahoots. They used to create their own personalized Kahoots. And they used to play the Kahoots. And then they used to just talk about it. That, okay, these are the things, other things, this. Right? So you have to do it. Then Kiran Desai. Once again, Man Booker Prize winner, famous for The Inheritance of Loss, which explores themes of globalization and identity. Right? Two facts I have told you. See, yes, I am taking an expert lecture, but I don't consider myself as an expert. Right? I'm here as a senior. Right? So, what you are supposed to do? You are supposed to create your own madness in the things which I am telling you. Right? You have to learn from me. But that doesn't mean that you cannot go far away from me. Right? You can create more magnificent works than me. Right? So always consider yourself as superior. When you are applying for all these examinations, first you have to tell yourself that you can do it. You have to do it. Right? You can and you have to do it. Otherwise, you have to do rotla. Right? You will have to tell yourself. You have to threaten yourself also sometimes. If you will not work hard, you will have to do rotla at home. Right? Jhumpa Lahiri. Right? Her writings are more beautiful than her eyes. I bet you. Right? She is known for her short stories and novels such as Interpreter of Maladies, which won the Pulitzer Prize. Right? I think you have to remember Jhumpa Lahiri. Right? In our course, Jhumpa Lahiri is not there. Right? But she is a prominent figure. She is also a very bold lady. Her writings are all about, all things. It's not sticking to only globalization, gender studies, family, culture. No. She touch upon each and every particular thing. She is not a lady who stays at one place. Okay, now the final part. Right. GSET exam survival guide. Laugh your way to success. Right? Don't cry. Laugh. Right. First thing, what you are supposed to do? Know your enemy. Who is your enemy? Syllabus. What a long syllabus we are having. Right? Always do everything. I always tell my students that whenever you try to do something new, do it with a neutral heart. Right? I know I'm being Sadhguru. Right? But I'm telling it to you by my own personal experiences. Right? If you will worry, still you have to do it. Right? By crying also, you have to do it. So you know that this is inevitable thing. What you are supposed to do? You are just supposed to accept the thing, and you are supposed to laugh it out. Right? So first thing, know your enemy. Know your enemy, which is your syllabus. You should be well versed with your syllabus. There are so many websites, right? Even GSET is also having its own website. You can go to that website. You can, just prepare presentation or find videos, video resources, blogs. You can, speak to your professor, to those who appeared for that exam, right? That's how you have to know your syllabus. So I was telling you that every time, whenever you start doing something, do it with neutral heart. Right? When you start something, three things happen, not only two things. Three things happen. You win, first thing. Second thing, you lose. And the third thing, you learn. Always focus on learning. If you will focus on learning, you will automatically get success. Right? So the first thing, right, you have to do is know your enemy. Who is your enemy? Syllabus. And laugh with your enemy. Laugh with your enemy. Laugh on your enemy. Your syllabus. Oh, you call yourself syllabus of GSET. Okay, let's meet, bro. Let's have a chit chat. Right? Like this. No, seriously, do it like this. Think out of the box. Read like a bookworm on steroids. Right? Be a bookworm. Even if you want to become a book elephant, I don't have an issue. Right? It's up to you. Choose the animal on your own. Dive into those literary texts like you are trying to finish a tube of ice cream in one sitting. Right? Arkinalena, check. Arundhatika, check. Just don't forget to actually understand them. No pressure. Huh? It's not like checking everything. Right? You are supposed to make a proper plan. You are supposed to make a proper timetable. Now we are having all these devices. You just have to put an alarm, a reminder. Right? Just put a reminder that on Sunday I have to write about Arundhatika. Right? And prepare your PPTs also. Prepare your own notes also. Right? So that it will be beneficial for others also. If other people might be watching, they will be like, no, you have read these things. Right? Then you will be like, no, it was very beneficial for me also. Right? Like this, you have to do it. It's like a bookworm on steroids. It means you are supposed to love your syllabus. Right? Just prepare a proper timetable. Follow that timetable and see the magic. As simple as that. It's not like udha padine vachu. It's not like that. Right? Especially in today's era. Right? You can listen to audiobooks. Right? So many audiobooks are there. You can go for quizzes. Online quizzes are there. You can create your own quizzes. Right? All these things. Hard thing. Revise like it's a dance song. right? Now you have prepared your timetable. Now you started working on it, but revision is also important, no? Right? It's not like, oh, I know everything, right? When you start riding a bike or a car, right? It's not like, okay, now I have learned. Just try that for 1 month you are not driving, and after 1 month you start driving, and see the difference. I bet you will forget so many things. Am I right or wrong? Right? So revise whatever you do, right? Revise it with your student, with your classmates, with with your own self also, right? That you can do. Then channel your inner channel. The most important thing. Most of the people I have come across, they be like, I prepared everything. Right? I'll be like, okay, so tell me, can I ask you some questions? So they'll be like, yes. Right? Then I ask the question, and I do have a question paper. Right? I will like, okay, do you know that I asked you the question from previous year's exam? Right? So many people are coming there. Oh, I'm ready, but I don't know how to do it. Right? For that, you have to practice. Already previous year's exam papers are there, so you are just supposed to collect those papers, and you are supposed to practice it. As simple as that. And we all know that practice makes man perfect. Right? Second thing, stay updated like a new junkie. Right? Stay updated. How many of you knows Kalyani Valat? Good. Can someone please name 3 or 4 this websites which are there for GSET or NET preparation?
One is Wallet.
One is Wallet.
Only from YouTube or website in general.
That websites will be having names, no? That YouTube channel will be having names.
Then Unacademy.
Unacademy, then
Arpita
Arpita Karma, yes.
Vijay.
Yes. No, he's a great guy.
We didn't find it.
Savior of so many people. Kapil. Study notes, study Pathshala, something like this. Right? So, Vinit Pandey is also there. Kalvi Singh, Kalvi is also there. Right? Oh, pretty amazing. Do this. Now, good. He understood the task. So, now tell me what recent thing happened in the field of literature. What recent phenomena happened?
We got values by forgot the name. It is from other language and there is a translation.
Yes, translation.
Right.
So you are supposed to stay updated. This is the era of technology, AI. Right? So follow some kind of pages, follow the websites, follow the people. Vinit Pandey, I know. Vinit Pandey posts a lot. Kalyani Valat, she also posts a lot. Whatever things happen, she just posts it up, right? So be updated. Right? You should be aware about what are the things which are going on in your field at least. Right? Gaza and all these things, that is also right. But before that, you are supposed to be aware about your subject. Like, okay, who won Booker Prize, who won Nobel Prize, right? Which book published, right? Which new is in market, which new book is there in the market, which book is trending, which poet, which novel is trending, right? All this, everything is there on social media, right? Just divert yourselves there, right? And study groups, the Avengers of exam prep, right? Which is sounds great, But when it comes to implementation, right, it becomes very difficult. Or you have to come out from that because it is very beneficial. Let's say that you guys by yourself, like Vinit Pandey, because I do follow Kalyani Vallath a lot, right? So I know everything about Kalyani Vallath. I know about Kalyani Vallath, right? You said that Kapil Gavnani, you said that what do we say? Kalvir Singh, right? So what will happen, right? We have created a group. I am talking about Kalyani Vallath. You are talking about Kalvir Singh. You are talking about another person. You are talking about another person, right? So this way, what we are doing? We are creating our data network, right? And that data network will be beneficial for you. That you have to do. Another important thing, time management, right? Time management is not okay. 4 questions are there, 30 minutes for each and every question. It's not like this, right? You have to tell yourself that okay, you are very much interested in colonialism, and question is asked that okay, write a short note on colonialism and prominent colonial figures, right? So you prepared well. So that doesn't mean that you just write. Right? You have to arrange time properly. It's not like giving much importance to other topics, right? Giving less importance to 1 or 3 topics, right? It's not like this. You are supposed to manage the time properly, right? And it's not about okay finishing. It's about creating, right? It's not about finishing. Okay, within 30 minutes I will finish that thing. No, it's not like this, right? You have to be very rational that this thing is important for me. I have to do it. Not just for the sake of doing, sake of learning something. Right? Okay, stay calm and channel your inner Zen master. Always stay calm. Whatever happens. Right? You can't change your past. You can't. But what you can do? You can create a future. Right? Can you? Can you?
Yes.
How can you create? How can you change your past?
By passing exams.
By passing exams. Right? Pretty cool answer. Right? Go for stand up comedy. Right? Stay calm and channel your inner soul. Whatever happens, you are supposed to stay calm. Right? Stay calm. Tell yourself that you can do it. When you can do it, when you have prepared well. When you channeled a group chat or that group in that you guys are studying together, when you are applying for such prominent courses which are there on an academy and all these things, right? When you are practicing more and more and more every day, when you are focusing on learning rather than winning, right? Don't be mad about winning, right? Just learn. Okay. So, any questions, guys? Any questions from your side? Okay, then shall I call it a day? Any questions from your side? Online people want to ask any questions or what? Okay, once again, thank you so much for having me. I tried my best to make you understand because I was watching that you guys were here and you were having online session, and I know that how it is difficult to sit in one place in front of the TV, right? Okay. If you guys need any kind of suggestion.